The following position is a game between two Russian masters that took place in Leningrad in 1923. So here we have a classical example of bishop versus knight, and we're going to see how the bishop outplays the knight. So in the game, white played e4 with the idea of playing e5 and trapping the bishop behind the wall of its own pawns. But what white overlooked was the following incredible move, e5. Classical and probably not difficult to find if you have these concepts of bishop versus knight in mind. You want to play for an open position where your bishop is going to have greater range than white's knight, and as a result, an excellent candidate move would be e5. So let's see how the game continued. Pawn takes, pawn takes, pawn takes e5, and now king to d7. Even though we're down a pawn, the pawn on e5 is really a weakness, and as a result, the king could pick it up with ease. So b3, king e6, pawn takes e5, king takes, knight f3, and now c5. It's important to note that if king to e4, white would have played knight d4, and after c5, knight c6, a5, c4, there's no way of attacking the knight on c6, and now white will basically activate his king and eventually create further threats. So going back, after c5, preventing the knight from going to d4, white played king to d2, king e4, king e2, h6, knight d2 check, king takes e5, king e3, bishop d5. So now we see that we have the better king and we have the better minor piece. Now we have to create an additional weakness in black's camp. Knight b1, king f5, a3, a6, knight c2, king g4. We're targeting the h2 pawn, king f2, king f4. Gaining the opposition and also slowly improving our king. We were in our 4th rank, we're on the 5th rank, and now we're on the 4th rank. So we're slowly progressing. Knight to e3. Remember that one of our advantages is our opponent's disadvantage. So bishop to f7, king to e2, b5, bishop e6, king e4, and knight g2. Alright, the game continued. Bishop g4 check, king d2, bishop e6, knight e2, c4, excellent move, pawn takes, and bishop takes c4. Let's see what happens. After b4, we play bishop to g4, and white is in Zugzwang. If knight to c2, king f3. If knight c2, king f3 and king g2. And if knight g2, then the same story. So after pawn takes, bishop takes c4, a3, a5, knight c2, a4, fixing the weakness on a3, knight d4, h5, king f3. The game ends relatively shortly after king takes h4 and white resigns.